This is a Fox 13 weather alert.
And good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Flores. We have issued a Fox 13 weather alert day for anyone along the Washington coastline because this morning we are currently under a tsunami advisory with the first waves expected to hit certain towns on our coastline this hour. This, of course, coming from that volcano that erupted in Tonga at 8:27 last night. Let's check in with meteorologist Abby Coney with the impacts on this, what we are expecting here this morning. Abby, good morning.
Yeah, so good morning. So this isn't a tsunami warning, but this is an advisory. So this means in general, we could see waves upwards of 1 to 3 feet. That's on top of these high tides and the sea level, of course. Again, this is not expected to be as life-threatening or devastating as what a tsunami warning would be. But I want to walk you through the coastlines that are included in this alert, the timeline, and the possible impacts for you too. You see here in the orange, that's where the advisory extends from the San Juans, Camano, Whidbey Islands, Port Townsend, all the way through Port Angeles. I'm expecting this to be a short-term event, so only possibly lasting for a handful of hours. We're expecting the first waves to arrive by 9:30 for Port Angeles, possibly continuing for about 3 hours for everybody, arriving by 9:55 for Port Townsend. Let's take you out along the coast, Nia Bay, Forks, Westport, Mo Clips, all the way through the Long Beach Peninsula. In general, for the far Washington coastline, we're expecting those first waves to start hitting sometime between 8:30 and 9 a.m. Let's walk you through more on what we know. We don't know hyper-local specifics on those wave height yet, but as I mentioned, advisory level means in general, we could see waves of 1 to 3 feet. Hawaii has already seen waves upwards of about 2 feet that ended up lasting for about 3 hours. Now that informs what we might expect here locally, possibly seeing some of these waves for as long as 3 hours and in general from 1 to 3 feet. We'll be getting updates at least once an hour, so make sure to stick with us. And of course, we've got several interviews with some relevant people here who can break down what to expect. The takeaway from all of this is that we need to be getting away from the coastlines, the beaches, harbors, and marinas. I know with this kind of alert, some people want to head out to the beach. They want to check out those tsunami waves. But let me tell you that this is a dynamic, evolving, and dangerous situation for you. This event may wrap up by noon or 1 o'clock, depending upon the location. Again, the coast, the timing, 8:30 to 9 a.m., 9:30 to 10 for the Strait. And just a reminder that these first waves likely won't be the largest, and the largest waves might impact the coast for hours after this first wave here shortly. I'm going to be digging deeper into some of these specifics and also sharing more on your local forecast. Brian, that's coming up next.
Abby, that is fantastic insight. Thank you for that information. Abby's going to have a lot more for you as we learn more throughout the morning. We also have a crew on their way to higher ground in Grays Harbor County. Fox 13's Dan Griffin heading there to see how people are doing out there. And in just a few minutes, we'll be looking closer at this volcanic eruption that started this tsunami in the Pacific. This is satellite imagery of that. Amazing to look at. We'll also see how people are doing out there this morning.